Good morning, students. Welcome in our English class. And today we will discuss the summary of new chapter 12, A Bad Dream. It is written by Don Bryan. This play, A Bad Dream, highlights a basic truth about some people's life that they learn their lesson only when they are placed in an identical situation. The play brings about a dramatic change in the life of the chief protagonist through a dream sequence in which he finds himself in the situation of his cook, whom he wants to dismiss. The tension of looking for a new job in the Middle Ages troubles him immensely and forcing him to decide against dismissing her. There are five characters in this play: George Hill, the manager of the bank; Jane Hill, his wife; Annie, their cook; Mr. Briggs, the assistant manager of the bank; Mr. Winter, the cashier. And this is a three-act play. It means it has three acts or three scenes. The lunch. It was an afternoon. Mr. and Mrs. Hill took the lunch cooked by Annie. It was a bad lunch. The coffee was also terrible. Mr. Hill wanted that they should sack Annie as she never cooked well. Mrs. Hill answered that she had been serving them for the last 20 years. She was too old to get a new job. Mr. Hill listened to nothing and answered that she must speak to her and give her 3 months' time to search another job. Saying this, Mr. Hill went to sleep. It was the afternoon and the time of this 2 o'clock, and there was a knock at the door. The assistant manager of the bank, Mr. Briggs, and his cashier, Mr. Winter, came. Mr. Hill was surprised to see them on Sunday. It was necessary for them to meet him. Mr. Hill asked them to sit. Mr. Briggs asked him when he was going to resign. Mr. Hill was surprised to hear that Mr. Briggs and Mr. Winter said that he did not behave properly with the bank employees. All wanted that he should resign. Mr. Hill said that he had been working with the bank of last 30 years. The employees also told that he did not work hard. He used to come late in the morning and spent on lunch at least 2-3 hours. They had written to head office. They had agreed that Mr. Hill must resign. They went away. Mr. Hill came and informed him that Mrs. Hill came and informed him that she was going to have a long holiday with her sister. Mr. Hill wanted her support, but she had left soon. Annie came and asked him for tea. Mr. Hill told Annie that he had no money to pay her. Annie said it did not matter. She was not working for money. She would not leave home. Soon Mr. Hill woke up. Mrs. Hill came inside. Mr. Hill was surprised to see her. She had left for her sister's place. Mrs. Hill told that she did not go anywhere. Mr. Hill was dreaming. He asked if she had asked to Annie. Mrs. Hill replied to negative. Mr. Hill said that she should not talk to her. Annie would not get a new job at this age. They might keep some helper instead. The dream made Mr. Hill a changed person now. The play A Bad Dream gives a sterling message that in one's middle age it becomes almost impossible to find a new job. Hence, one should be kind and compassionate and should overlook others' minor faults. It is a nightmare which brings about a complete change. The horrifying dream being such an important element in the story. The author has rightly given the play the title A Bad Dream. And my dear students, book exercise we will discuss on the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.